Everyone is gearing up and preparing for the grind to come on Kings Canyon. This map is known for not being the best to play ranked on, so your team comp is extremely vital to your success. This map, more than others, highlights weak spots in your team comp, so you really need a solid one that complements your gameplay. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down 3 of the best team comps for ranked this split to give you the confidence to fight and make sure it fits your playstyle. Now, team comps are a small portion of becoming better at Apex. There are a lot of other things you need to learn as well though, and there's no better place to learn those than the GameLeap website. Over there we have coaches creating highly informative guides on every single aspect of Apex, so that no matter what part of your game you struggle with, you will be able to find a solution to it. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and even map specific content geared towards Kings Canyon to really help you out this split. So if you're really looking to get better at Apex, click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'll unplug your Wi-Fi router during your next rank game. But now let's hop into the team comps, and I just want to start this out by saying one thing. Though this video will be coming out before the patch and it is possible Respawn will balance a few legends, these will probably still be solid choices. If there is a massive change however, we will be doing a new video updating the better team comps to help you out even more, so you don't have to worry too much. So let's hop into these team comps and start off with a pretty standard one. This is a team comp that a lot of people run because it is extremely overpowered in a lot of aspects of the game. It's pretty much a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This team is Wraith, Valkyrie, and Gibby. Wraith is your main legend here. She provides your team with a really good rotation option for tight spaces. In endgame situations when things start to get hairy, she is there to really help out and move the entire team to safety. A lot of games on Kings Canyon have come down to final circles, and you really need that Wraith portal to give you the edge in winning those situations. A lot of the time also, in order to win a fight, you need to have a way to get your entire team to a spot without them getting killed, and Wraith is an amazing option for that. She is also able to phase out a fight if things aren't going too well and reset. Then she can loop around, grab banners, and get out with all of her movement options. Wraith is a very solid addition to a team comp. There's a reason that you see her in almost every single team. She just offers so much that it's hard to not put her on a squad. But next up we have Valk. Overall, she is probably the strongest legend in the game currently. The amount of flexibility that she offers to a team is absolutely nuts. It doesn't really matter the playstyle, she is able to just adapt and fit right in no matter what. She is also able to scan beacons, and that's always handy to have. A lot of players recently have been neglecting beacon scans and forgetting how important that information is. Understanding and knowing where the ring pulls is huge in order to plan rotations and know where you need to be positioning yourself. She is also amazing at taking high ground in fights. Though Kings Canyon doesn't have super drastic height differences like other maps, there are still some spots where you do need to take high grounds in order to win fights, and she offers that option to teams. Valk is definitely going to be on a lot of teams again for a very good reason, so you should look to run her on yours. And last for this comp we have Gibraltar. Gibby is by far the best support legend in the game currently, and he has been for a while now. He offers faster res, mobile cover, can even cut off teams or deal a lot of damage with his ultimate. He's just an absolute monster. He is also able to soak up so much damage with the Fortify perk and his arm shield, and with Casey having some decent sniper lanes, it's always nice to have that shield in front of you when poking. Gibby is also amazing at resetting fights, giving teams a second to breathe and then turn their attention on the next team that's coming towards them. And on Kings Canyon, teams will be running at you non-stop. It is third party central. Just by having a Gibby on the team though, sometimes you can avoid death and fend off teams who are too scared to take a straight up 3v3. They'll see that you have reset the fight and just back off. Gibby is a character that not many want to play, but if you want to be a huge help to your team, I do recommend learning him. Now, this next team comp is going to be more of a defensive style. This is all about finding where zone is going, rotating as fast as possible to an endgame spot, and waiting out the storm. A lot of teams are playing edge this season. They just want to fight, and that leads to very easy placement points. Sometimes all it takes to climb is let everybody else kill each other for you. This team comp is going to be Wraith, Caustic, and Crypto. Now, in this team comp, Wraith can be changed out for Ashe. I wouldn't highly recommend it because Wraith Portal is better for endgame spots, but Ashe does really fit well on Kings Canyon. Her passive allows you to see where teams are fighting so you can plan safer rotations and make sure that you're not running into a death trap. She can also scan death boxes to give you more information on where people are, information animation is very key to this team comp, and her portal being instant does pair very well with Crypto EMP. You're going to be able to get on top of a hurt team very quickly and lock them down with your arc snare. So yes, Ashe does fit here if you don't want to play Wraith. But now for Caustic, he is the strongest defensive legend in the game, especially on Kings Canyon. On this map, there are a lot of times where you have to hold a mixture of open ground and buildings, and no one can do it like he does. Watson struggles to hold open areas as well as him, and Rampart and Gibraltar struggle to hold buildings the same way. Caustic is also pretty much guaranteed to win if you're able to get him in an endgame circle. The amount of area denial that you have with your gas is insane. You pretty much can make the entire end area unplayable for teams. Then all you have to do is sit back and wait for everyone else to die, and you've easily won a game. He is an amazing pickup for teams, and I personally will probably be playing him for any team that I run with this split. And when I'm grinding ranked, I will be streaming, so if you want to see how I run Caustic or other characters that I do swap to, come check out one of my streams over on Twitch TV/8secondgaming. I would love to see some new faces there. And now we have Crypto. Now I'm not normally one to put Crypto on a team comp list, but for this kind of playstyle he fits so well it's hard for me not to put him down. Any legend who is able to remotely scan beacons, giving your team ring info without having to position for it or waste bubble is good for zone playstyles. But on top of that, he can look at banners and tell how many teams are nearby. This helps you take safer fights, and I don't really think I need to explain why safer fights on Kings Canyon is a good idea. He is also really good for endgame spots because he can just sit on his Game Boy and fly around the area. You can then spot where teams are playing and build a map in your head of where the best spot to play the final circle will be. And if you couple his EMP with a Caustic grenade in final circle, you're going to be killing a lot of people. Crypto EMP takes out any bubble or stray Watson ults to make sure Caustic gas is hitting everyone it can. Plus, you can be super annoying and just randomly EMP people throughout the game to gain shield charge. If you're thinking of playing safer and letting others die out, Crypto is a good choice for that style, and this team comp will suit you well. But now let's talk about the next team comp, and this one was played a lot in ALGS, but it did have some issues. Though I think for players who want to be able to change their playstyle on the fly and either go for placement or fight, this is a good one for you. This is Valkyrie, Gibraltar, Caustic. You do have the team mobility and rotation options with Valkyrie, but as the endgame circle gets smaller, you won't be able to use this as much. Though oobing is still a very viable strategy and a lot of players will be doing it, so she can still get some use in final circles with her ultimate with that strategy as well. And this team comp does open up a lot of options for players because you are able to use Valkyrie to extend fights and then jump to ring. But if you're already in an endgame spot, you can just trap up with Caustic and wait for things out. And we've already talked about Gibby and Caustic a lot, so I don't really want to beat a dead horse and go over them again, but this team comp may feel weird to some players because it is. It's not a normal standard team comp, but sometimes normal doesn't work. And with the right team and the right amount of practice, I do think this one will carry people very far. And like I said, team comp is extremely important, but these also aren't set in stone. You can play around a little bit and put characters you feel you need more in, but make sure that they're doing roughly the same job. Don't swap out a Gibby for a Fuse. They're not alike. You're missing a huge part of that team comp. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, remember to smash that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news. Seriously, smash that sub button. Like 82% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subbed yet. You're missing out. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8secondgaming, and I will see you in the next one.